Boxingego here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops. What up, fight world? It's your boy Ego and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button, also subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing if you want to become part of the gang. Notification gang, hit the bell icon. Shout out to the super chats, channel donations, the Venmo, and the Patreon family we working. Now, Oscar De La Hoya, he did an interview with the Los Angeles Times. I did a video about it yesterday. David Lemieux will step in as challenger going for another title shot, but this time it's not a vacant title. He will be squaring off against an active champion who's coming off the Willie Monroe win, and that's the UK's Billy Joe Saunders, WBO champion of the world, Craig. And De La Hoya, he has some things to say about the fight. He says, first of all, what a great fight for David Lemieux and Billy Joe Saunders, and for boxing to finish this great year. This is great too for the division that already has Canelo and Gennady Golovkin. This fight's a tremendous opportunity for Lemieux. He'd become the missing piece of the puzzle. I do want to come to terms and make the rematch for Canelo and Golovkin, but if we can't come to terms and Lemieux looks spectacular in winning the title from Saunders, he's another option for Canelo. Listen, this doesn't always happen, but I 100% agree with what De La Hoya is saying. One, it's been a phenomenal year. Two, this is a good opportunity for David Lemieux and for Billy Joe Saunders, because keep in mind, Billy Joe Saunders has been under fire for not necessarily fighting top dogs. It looks like he shunned away from fighting Golovkin at a point, and at a point it did look like Billy Joe Saunders was afraid to fight Golovkin based on what he was saying. And I'm not going to rehash that because this is a good fight and he's doing what he's supposed to be doing as a WBO champion here. But David Lemieux, his first title defense, even though he wasn't ready, he was about that life and he fought Golovkin. Even though he got tore up and he lost, he was still down. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, Billy Joe Saunders has pretty much been inactive up until recently. You know what I mean? Like, there was a point in time where he had fought in 2-3 years, he had fought like maybe 2-3 times, maybe. And one was against Andy Lee and stuff like that. So fast forward to the future, December, it goes down in Canada. This is a good fight. This could test both fighters. Billy Joe Saunders is going to have to box David Lemieux effectively. And you could take as much you want from the next man's game plan, but that doesn't mean it's going to work for you, because one, people learn. So I'm anxious to see, like, let's say David Lemieux starts getting outboxed and Billy Joe Saunders has a good jab, just like Golovkin did. Well, the other thing is Golovkin is known for a lot of power. So does Billy Joe Saunders have the power that's gonna deter Lemieux from coming forward like Golovkin? So it's just an intriguing fight. But I agree with De La Hoya here. And he said he's down to make Canelo versus Triple G a rematch, which I think needs to happen. But you know how hard the first fight was to make. You know what I mean? Obviously, with the split draw and controversy surrounding Adelaide Bird's scorecard, purses, you know what I mean? Because in Golovkin's mind, he won the fight, right? I was at the fight, you know what I mean? T-Mobile Arena, and he made it clear that he felt he won. Canelo thought he won, so there could be complications that arise with that, because this is a big fight. Both guys have sparred at this point and had a fight under bright lights, so they know what they bring to the table. So there's a chance. So I'm not gonna hold my breath, but I'm not gonna say yay or nay Canelo Triple G will happen next. But I will say, if Canelo and Golovkin can't agree to terms and Lemieux beats Billy Joe Saunders for the WBO title, then that fight is warranted as well. And in my opinion, at that point, Golovkin can fight the Daniel Jacobs versus Luis Cuba Arias winner, or Jamal Charlo, who is currently his #1 mandatory. And then him and Canelo can, if they get past those options, then they can meet in the future. I mean, actually, even if one of them were to lose in between that, I think there's still money in the Canelo Triple G rematch, because again, you don't get credit for the next person beating a fighter. You have to beat them, and there's still controversy surrounding the Canelo Triple G outcome. So I think that that fight will be, unless one of the fighters started looking horrible, I think there's money in that particular fight if they don't stall it out too long. So I like De La Hoya's comments here. I think this is a hell of an opportunity for Lemieux. He's worked his way up since the Triple G loss, worked his way back into title contention, and the WBO ordered this fight. So really, there's nothing you can do to complain about, oh, Lemieux doesn't deserve it, because the sanctioning body in which Billy Joe Saunders holds a title agrees that Lemieux deserves this opportunity. And like I said, he's been, since the Triple G fight, he's knocked out a good majority of his opponents. And like the way he knocked out Curtis Stevens, he knocked him out earlier than Triple G did when Triple G fought Curtis Stevens, and it was more menacing of a knockout than Triple G. When he stopped Curtis Stevens, Stevens was on his feet. When Curtis Stevens and Lemieux fought, it was a war, and it was punctuated by Stevens being out for a couple of seconds. You know what I mean? He was out cold. So I think Lemieux's earned this option, and props to Billy Joe Saunders, like I said before, for traveling to Lemieux's backyard to take the fight. So like I said, the money has to be worth it, but I'm glad they were able to come to terms. 2017, it's lit, it's been lit, great year, and a great way to finish the year. Let me know your thoughts. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Who wins, Lemieux, Saunders, and who would win if Canelo fights David Lemieux? I think that's a good fight. And like I said, just because Triple G beat Lemieux, if Lemieux becomes a champion, then that warrants a Canelo fight, because there's a title right there, and he'll be the missing link. But you could also even do Canelo Billy Joe Saunders if Billy Joe Saunders beats Willie Monroe Jr. and then goes to David Lemieux's backyard and convincingly beats him. So I like this for the middleweight division. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Make sure you smash the like button as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video, it's Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxingego, the future of boxing.